Hey folks, man, this is Monk, and we are back with another episode of From the Canopy Film Show. And I'm joined as always with my co-host. We got Bobby Blockbuster.
Yo, yo, yo.
Now, Evil Corny sitting out this time, man. Maybe we'll catch him next time. But we are here to talk about film by way of news, trailers, and reviews. And unfortunately, today I don't really have any news, but we kind of got some news. We're going to kind of merge that into Bobby's trailer little section because I think there's some news coming out. There's trailers that we got this past weekend that coincided with the Super Bowl.
There we go. And I'm a firm believer that sometimes no news is good news. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell myself when my mailbox is empty.
So what do you got first, man?
The first trailer is the highly anticipated third installment of, third directorial Jordan Peele movie. Goes by the name of Nope, and it's going to drop for us on July 22nd, 2022. As I said, it's directed by Jordan Peele. As far as the cast goes, we get Daniel Kaluuya coming back, which everybody knows him from Get Out or the Black Mirror's episode, and Keke Palmer and then Steven Yeun. And it pretty much, as far as the plot goes, it says that it follows residents of an isolated town who witness a mysterious and abnormal event, which, judging from what we saw on the trailer, I guess that's, running parallel with that without giving us too much extras onto the plot and premise. Kind of gives we're gonna walk
Keeps us in a mystery.
Surprises.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't know what they're doing. The characters even it's a lot of mystery. Like they look like they're on a movie set when it starts off, but do they wrangle horses for film productions or something? I don't know. Are they run a ranch or something?
I was looking at a couple different synopsises. And it says it's in California, but it's more like on the less populated side. You know what I'm saying? Because it definitely feels like
they're in the desert somewhere.
You know what I'm saying?
But also the nature of this disturbance, I'm guessing it might be aliens. Everyone keeps looking up at the sky.
It feels like
there's an instance where in the trailer where he's riding away on a horse on Kaluuya, and it looks like a big shadow, and it looks kind of round and wide.
It ain't no plane.
Saucer.
We'll say that. It ain't no airplane.
I mean, it does. It's not really. It's just a dark thing.
Look at that. Look at that round thing.
Yeah, it looks like a big saucer shape or something. So I'm wondering if they're close to somewhere
And then not for nothing. Look at that. I mean, at the back end of the trailer, you see the chick. She's running, and then she gets pulled up into the sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. I don't know if they switched cinematographers, but it definitely has it kind of does look like the same cinematographer from at least Us. Just kind of has that same feel with the daylight, but it's so much more crisp and vivid than what we got in Get Out. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with this. And like you said, there's mystery. I love that. You don't tell us much, but you whet our appetites.
Yes. And I mean, not for nothing, everybody's chomping at the bit for anything Jordan Peele has his hands in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm all the way on board for that. The next one that we got, this one is I'm really excited for this, and it's Jurassic World Dominion, and the last installment of this franchise, I didn't even watch it. You know what I mean? I saw the first Jurassic World, did not see it.
It was worth the watch. I mean, I think the first one was ultimately better. The subplot with this one got a little silly where they were weaponizing the dinosaurs, but I still always love the spectacle of the effects and the big dinosaurs on the screen,
Yes, and to that note, I'm such a fan of the first one. The first Jurassic Park was so groundbreaking, not just for the time, but just, I mean, it still holds up now to this day. I watch it,
special
effects are great. The dinosaurs just have such a realistic feel. But this one is going to drop for us on June 10th, and it's directed by Colin Trevorrow. Is he the one? Is he the same one who had his hands in on the other two?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Okay. We'll figure that one out. But All in all, through all the research that I was doing when I was looking up this trailer, they're really keeping the synopsis kind of close to the chest. But the closest thing that I could find,
I think he has done the other two. So yes.
Okay, that's cool. The closest thing that I could find as far as like a solidified synopsis was from off Wikipedia, actually. So give them their credit. But it says 4 years after the destruction of the Ilsa Nublar, dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside with humans all over the world. The fragile balance will reshape the future and determine once and for all, will humans remain the apex predators on a planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures?
Yeah, so that's what you missed from not watching the last one. The end of that one, it showed that the dinosaurs now were thriving in like the rest of the world. So they're out there amongst humans now, and I guess that's going to be an issue. Like, I would imagine they'd probably stay away from town and big cities, but I could see velociraptors probably coming into towns at night, just like foxes and coyotes do around here.
Yeah.
So that could be a problem, and that just makes it that much more interesting to me. Like what's going on? Like you see this pterodactyl attacking an airplane,
right?
And think about it. What if you just got roving packs of triceratops just out there eating grass?
Yeah, no, yeah,
it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that. Yeah. But so synopsis to the side. The one thing that stood out to me most about this trailer is they're bringing that old thing back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're getting
everyone's back.
A lot, all of our heavy hitters from the first Jurassic Park in Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Sam Jackson back.
I know, and they're even bringing back the spitter dinosaur, the one with the little flappy ears and stuff. So honestly, I don't even. I'm not that concerned with how this movie goes. The fact that they're just digging in the crates and they're bringing it back to this franchise's roots has me all the way pulled in.
Yeah, we got some new people in here as well mixed in. Like,
absolutely. You get Chris Pratt, you get Bryce Dallas Howard, Omar Sy, Isabella Sermon, Daniel Pineda. I mean, it's covering all its bases, so we're kind of getting like this
hype when I saw this trailer. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Yeah,
I still love they got me. The gimmick of big dinosaurs. That's all I need. Like, I don't even care what the story's going to do or what. Like, I'll watch it, dude.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, the fact that they're bringing it back to where this franchise started from, with those characters, I'm all the way on board for that one. And the next one we got is actually it's a reboot of an 80s film called Firestarter. And this one, I'm actually really excited for this. I mean, I'm a big Stephen King fan. Anything that he does as far as writing wise, 90% of the time is solid, and that's why 90% of those books have been turned into movies, and this is one of his earlier cracks at it. But so Firestarter is going to drop for us on May 13th. It's directed by Keith Thomas. The cast, the leading role is pretty much Zac Efron, and then you get the young girl played by Gloria Rubin, and then you get Ryan Cara Armstrong.
But Aquafina too?
Is Aquafina in this?
Like 2 seconds. She might be like look like a teacher maybe in one of her classes.
Oh, okay.
So it might be a quick scene with her.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I could be fucking up.
But yeah, this is definitely a reboot of the older film. This one's going to be brought to us by Blumhouse Productions too, which a lot of their stuff is really solid. But for those that haven't seen the original film, it's focused on a young man that must protect his daughter after she develops pyrokinesis, which is, the ability to control fire. And she is haunted. After she they find out that she develops this pyrokinesis. She is hunted by a secret government agency that intends to capture and control her.
I mean, here's the thing, man. I definitely love the original film, but I will be the first to tell you that it's not very good.
It doesn't hold up.
It does not.
It does not hold up.
But this looks like this might be the remake that probably has potential to outdo the original.
Yes.
Because like the funniest thing, when this woman's arms caught on fire, I laughed, I hollered.
Sweaters are flammable. Okay.
I don't know. It's giving me the moments, but now we got special effects and we got a more capable cat. Actually, I did like the original guy who played the father in the original film. I thought he did a great job. He wasn't working with much, but he was so convincing, and he used to do the thing where he had the lock, and he was like,
because I
nosebleed.
I want to say that the dad has some kind of like psychosis kind of thing.
Do kind of suggestive things, make you see things that aren't there and stuff. He could manipulate people.
Yeah,
her thing was more kinetic. It was physical. Like it was like she could make objects move or her make things catch on fire and things like that.
And to your point, like you said, where the first film, like now, it just kind of in the certain parts where it just comes off as quirky or the special effects are just not that good. Mm-hmm. This one, it looks like they're taking a way more serious approach as far as with not just with the special effects, but the storyline as a whole. You know what I mean?
Does he just burn people's heads, set people's heads on fire? You just see that?
And see,
look at that. That's crazy.
And dude, not for nothing, like this one, when I watched the trailer, it was kind of playing like almost like I want to say like not a Marvel film, but maybe something kind of like in the likeness of like a bright burn.
What something's happening? Like looking at this. There's definitely elements of what's that thing? Stranger Things, maybe. Like
Stranger Things,
the person with the power.
Yeah, but it does feel like it has that like that superhero or mutant aspect going on to it. I think there's even a part in the trailer where she says that I'm feeling like a superhero or something. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really really cool. That
you heard it here first. Firestarter takes place in the MCU.
Hey, flame on. But yeah, man. So I mean, I'm all the way on board for this one, man. Just because why not, man? Like you said, I feel the same as you. I think that this one will do justice by the reboot, by the remake, and potentially could be better than the first one just because of more resources and everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm on board for that. And the last one that I'm gonna bring up is it's a doozy. It's
bro, they came through knocking those belt loose.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta brace myself before I even bring this one up. But Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Mm-hmm. And this one's gonna drop for us on May 6th of this year. It's directed by Sam Raimi. And it has
that alone there, it's got me so hyped. Yes. Sam Raimi he's a master director, dude. I know he came from the horror class, but a lot of great directors get their start in that genre, but he's a great storyteller, man. Yes. And it's just
and not for nothing, this film, I don't know if it's just been suggested or maybe it's just my hopes, but it feels like it kind of has like a horror niche to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like it's going to be like
it's gonna be dark.
Your average film. Like it looks like it's going to take a walk on the dark side, and I'm on board for that because why not? And as far as the cast goes, like I said, it's the usual suspects. We're getting Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I can't even pronounce
Benedict Wong.
Yeah, you get Benedict Wong. Yeah, two Benedicts. Yeah.
You got the two.
Thank goodness it's not a Benedict Arnold.
I would throw him in just to fuck around.
This young lady's name, I can't pronounce her name. So her first name is
Xochitl Gomez.
Chitl Gomez. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because it's going to be rough. And then you get Elizabeth Olsen, who I want to say is Wanda, and you get Bruce Campbell. You also get Chewie or Chiwetel Ejiofor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So But as far as the synopsis goes, it says Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens a portal into the multiverse. However, a threat emerges that may be too big for his team to handle.
And the team, though, that's the crazy part. So maybe that explains some of these other characters in here that I don't recognize. But also, I hear that I still haven't looked at this thing fully in the quiet room, but I heard that Professor X's voice pops up or something in here, or he's like in this trailer, and I'm like, what does that mean? I know he's going through multiverses, but we know what Professor X is. They're not going to recast him as a different character in this realm. That's too close to home. That's gotta be.
Maybe it's just opening the avenue for the emergence of the X-Men.
We also got
in the Marvel universe. I'm with that.
Scarlet Witch is part of his team now, and she's an Omega level mutant. You know, as we know, but Omega level meaning the most powerful of the power. Okay. Like in the Marvel world, Omegas are like Magneto. Like a Magneto potentially has the power to rip the Earth apart.
Or like Jean Grey when she turned to Phoenix.
Jean Grey, Professor X, these are Omega level beings. And if it's too tough for her to handle whatever this thing that's coming is going to be crazy. What gets me about this film too is this trailer, there's also a figure that's flying through the air, and the internet is trying to figure this out. It's like, is that Captain Marvel? Who is that? We just see a powered up being. Yeah. Like right there. Who is that? We don't know yet.
We don't know who that is. And it looks like we're going to get two versions of Doctor Strange too. Yeah. Like it looks like, I don't know if
we get the eyeball creature too from the games. I don't know what that character's name is.
It's not Pooch, is it?
I don't know, but he's in one of the fighting games, that eyeball thing, in one of the Marvel vs. Capcoms.
I think Pooch was more than an eyeball.
Yeah, I can't remember the name offhand.
But that was in like the whole Galactica and all that stuff.
Yeah, cosmic stuff.
Yeah,
who's the homegirl that's jumping off throwing the air punch? Like, I guess that's the actor, the name you said earlier, the Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez.
Bro, but I'm so hyped. But here's my thing too, what we've been seeing lately with Marvel trailers is like even with Spider-Man No Way Home, if they're showing us all of this without a care in the world, what else is in this movie? Like the confidence to show us all of this and have us chomping at the bit. All else is going to be in this movie.
They already set the tone on the back end of the Spider-Man film. Mm-hmm. Like they showed us, hey man, Doctor Strange got his hands in some things.
But and then with this, also if you watch that What If, a lot of people wrote off What If as a what if kind of explanation. But if you ask me, What If was actually us getting a glimpse into parts of these multi-universes. And one of the episodes of What If was a dark Doctor Strange story, whereas in a world where he got obsessed with trying to prevent the moment where the car crashed and his lover died, and that makes him dark. He becomes bitter and he becomes this dark Strange figure, and it seems like they're touching on that a little bit with this story. I'm hyped.
So in the What If episode, Doctor Strange became dark and strange.
You gotta watch it though. It's dope. You gotta watch it. Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
That's a bad pun, Bob. Doctor Strange. All right. Yeah, that's it, man. Let's get into these reviews. But that look, I'm so hyped, and that's coming soon. What do we got? March for that or May?
For Doctor Strange, we got May 6th.
Yeah, so I just got my Batman ticket. That's less than a month away. That's like 3 weeks away, dude. Batman.
Hey man,
God, I can't wait.
You hear it first. I have a strong feeling that I feel like they're going to intertwine this Batman world with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker world. Maybe it's just high hopes.
They just put out a trailer. Actually, I forgot to mention that. It seems like a sizzle reel. They showed Black Adam. They showed the Batman, and they showed footage from Flash, and we actually got our first glimpses Aldous Hodge's Hawkman and stuff like that. Yeah. And they kind of alluded that they're trying to build some type of world, even though this is the first time I'm hearing that all these films are connected. I could see maybe Black Adam and Flash and I forgot the other one being connected, but I don't know if that Batman is going to work into that world unless they're doing some really weird retconning, because I feel like this Batman is just in another space all to itself. But maybe they're just marketing it that way to make it look like they're building some kind of world. I think they even calling it. It's not Justice League, but it's like the Justice.
Hey man, what's Batman without the Joker, man?
Like the Justice Act. I don't know. They're doing something funny, man. And Aquaman, yeah. I forgot. I think Aquaman was in that too. They show a little bit of footage from the upcoming Aquaman. But it's interesting though. We just got Sam Raimi, horror guy, on doing this thing, and then James Wan is coming back to do, another horror guy doing the Aquaman sequel. So that's kind of interesting right now. But let's get to these reviews, man. I guess I'm gonna set it off, man. I did see a little film. It's called Death on the Nile. And it's just a film where it has a star that's also directing the film. So Belgian sleuth Hercule Poirot's Egyptian vacation aboard a glamorous river steamer turns into a terrifying search for a murderer when a picture-perfect couple's idyllic honeymoon is tragically cut short. So it is a whodunit. I don't even know if I said that right, but it's weird because I think Poirot is like a Holmes or whatever. He's a literary guy that's been in a bunch of books, and that have some of them have been turned into movies. I think the famous one is Murder on the Orient Express, which is the most famous one. And I think they did a remake on that a few years back with the same director and the same guy playing him. So Kenneth Branagh directs this film, and it's weird because he also directed Belfast, which is up for Oscar and all these awards this year. But he directs it and he stars as Poirot. And he's basically they're on a boat, a honeymoon. A couple, well, actually, I'm not sure if they're on, they are on a honeymoon. So they decided to take this British cruise. And I don't know why he got invited. Maybe he knows some of the people. I don't know. Put it this way, man, this film, it looked beautiful. We got a cast here, Kenneth Branagh, Armie Hammer, Gal Gadot, Ali Faisal. She's the one. She's one of the main characters. She's the one that they're coming to the river. That is her honeymoon. We also got Tom Bateman, Letitia Wright, and there's a few others, dude. So here's my issue with it, man. Like I went and saw this. It premiered. I think it was last Thursday when I saw it. But I was really bored, dude. So we also got Annette Bening, Russell Brand, Dawn French, Rose Leslie, Emma McKay, Sophie Okonedo, and Jennifer Saunders, and Letitia Wright. I think I mentioned that already. But like, it's beautiful. The locales are done well. Like they put a lot of time into the, as you're going down the river, they stop at different points along, and everything looks great, man. The sets are beautiful. But I was really bored watching this thing play out, man. It's a whodunit, and there are a couple like false scares where it looks like they take a stop at these ruins, and all of a sudden a big rock falls and barely misses them. So someone probably tried to take a swipe at them. But then next thing you know, someone's dead. And Poirot, he's on the ship and he's trying to figure out who done it. So then he starts going through questioning people and everything. And the crazy thing about it, dude, like all of that was kind of boring to me. But I will say this, man, the one person who I think stole the scenes, and I wish we got more of her, or I wish all the other actors were as involved as her. Sophie Okonedo she's a British actress. I don't think I've seen her anything before, but she plays a blues singer that got hired to take this trip with these people to provide entertainment. It's I'm not sure what year, the 40s, 50s, but she steals every scene she's in, especially the interrogation scenes. It's like, dude, like put her in a movie. I'll watch it again. Like it's crazy, but ultimately for me, man, I think this guy also did the Orient Express remake, which I haven't seen. Some people like it, some people hate it, but it is something I'm interested in because I think the one that's most famous was the one they did with I think it's who's my man's name? James Bond, the one that's Connery. Sean Connery is in that one, and a lot of other people at the time, and I think that's the most famous version of it, or the most popular one.
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, I just found it rather dull, and everything unfolded in a predictable manner. And there are a few things like I said, like her interrogation scenes, the blues singer. But even when we get to the film's climax, it never was surprising to me. It just it happened, and even though I didn't think it was the people that they told us it was, it still wasn't a surprise. Like when it hit, it was just like, okay, credits out. I got to roll out. The thing that got me, I did a double feature that day, and I was playing it tight. So this thing ended, and I had to go to watch the Kanye part 1 of that documentary, and right when them credits hit up, I was out, dude. I was like, man, this is, it was, it did what it did, but it wasn't, ultimately, if I got to rate it, I'm going to throw this thing like a 2.5, and it's weird to me, like I said, that this film came out so bland to me, but also the same director is nominated this year for Best Picture. That's just crazy for Belfast.
Right.
Like that's just wild to me. I can't even put those two together, man. But I mean, if you're interested, go see it. But I will say did not enjoy it. I'll probably never be interested in seeing it again.
Not alone, I probably won't watch it. I mean, from what I saw from the trailers and read in the synopsis, all right. Well, another one bites the dust. So a film that I'm gonna bring up is actually brought to us on HBO Max, and it's a film called Kimi. Blue Hair Don't Care. And it's focused on a tech worker that's played by Zoe Kravitz that has agoraphobia, and she discovers recorded evidence of a violent crime, but is met with resistance when she tries to report it. And in the midst of her trying to seek out justice, she must have to do the one thing that she fears most, and that is leave the house. And this one, it's a short-winded what you see is what you get style thriller. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't really twist and turn you. I mean, we're pretty much riding the highway with the pedal to the floor. I think that the fast pacing of this film really helps keep the tone with what they were trying to, what they were trying to do with this film, which pretty much we find out as, shortly into the film that it takes place during the COVID time, because you see people with the masks and everything. And
I think that was cool to incorporate that into
constant sanitizing and all that stuff, which that also, I feel like it kind of really helped bring emphasis and helped intensify the paranoia and the isolation aspect that this film wanted to give us out the gate anyways. You know what I mean? And I feel like, as far as the plot and premise goes, like I said, it's real cut and dry, you know what I mean? But Zoe Kravitz, for me, she really just she stole the show with, I mean, maybe somebody else could have did this style film the same way, maybe better, maybe worse, who knows? But the way Zoe Kravitz dove into her role and really engulfed this character just with the look and the demeanor, and even the simple things like how she conversates with other individuals or her mannerisms that really stood out to me. It really just helped really put the period at the end of the sentence of what we were getting from this film. It's not, like I said, it's not gonna it's nothing that's gonna to wow you or bring a whole lot of shock value. It's pretty much, you watch it, and you're like, oh, all right, cool. But I was impressed, and it also it left a little questions for me, as far as they advertise her as an agoraphobic, but is she really that, or is it caused by the COVID? You know what I'm saying? Some people, when the COVID first hit, were afraid to leave the house. You know what I'm saying? So
I think because the conversation she has with her mom, it makes it seem like it's an ongoing thing. Because even the mom alludes to You know, like have you left the house? Kind of, in the conversations that they have,
right?
And even her relationship with one of the neighbors, they mentioned that, well, she's like, I was lonely, it was a pandemic, and blah blah blah. So that's how they ended
but then again, they all have really big windows with no curtains, so I mean it's
at the same time
throw a signal over.
Hey, because I'm thinking about it, that could be a plot hole, because you could have done that anytime, had someone come over. Like, yeah, it's weird, but I don't think it's the pandemic that's doing it, because they don't pump it up enough, and her reaction to going outside is just extra. It's not just I'm scared or I'm getting over. It
seems really hard for her to do.
Panic attacks and all of that stuff. But the thing about this film, like, I really enjoyed it up until maybe the last fifth of it, and I think that's where it falls apart. Like, the climax is like, as soon as we just start getting clues and connecting dots, it's over.
Yeah.
And I think it ended in a really anticlimactic manner, and a lot of questions were really left unanswered. Like, we don't know why. A lot, it's just without spoiling things. It just left me like, what was that?
Yeah.
Like I feel like you had another act to film, and you just ran out of money or time, and just, all right, that's it, I'm good.
Well, yeah. And to your point, like I said, I mean, this is definitely a really condensed film.
You know what it feels like? It feels like maybe this thing probably should have been like a Twilight Zone episode,
or like a Black Mirror episode, or something.
But it got the full feature film.
Because it was long. It was too long to be an episode. But almost not long enough to be a feature film. I mean, it's clocking in at 89 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's a quick 89 minutes at that. Yeah. And like you, I felt like the ending was rushed, and it was unclimactic. Like, once the credits started rolling, I was just like, well, all right. But everything leading up to that, I was fully engaged. I mean, the intensity level was up, and like I said, I mean, Zoe Kravitz, especially like when she gets out in it, I mean, if you really watch this and just see how much attention she paid to detail, like as far as the way she's walking and maneuvering, I mean, it almost felt like you were a bug on the wall at times, watching her just live her life as this particular character. But all in all, I would give it, I'd say about a 3 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing I would rush back to, because I feel like after you see it the first time, it might lose its luster. But I was entertained. You know what I'm saying? And the shortcomings of the ending and the rushed aspect that we got in that last phase doesn't take away from all of the buildup that we got for the other 75 minutes of this film. You know what I'm saying? And so I would suggest people give it a shot, man. Shit, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Yeah. Let me see what else we got. And it's Steven Soderbergh, man, who I always check out anything. I'll check out anything he does, man.
And not for nothing, I was looking into this one a little bit, and people were trying to bag him for this film, like trying to say it was like his worst film he ever did and stuff. I was like,
not the worst thing he's ever did.
This is not the worst film he ever did. He actually, I mean,
he's done a lot of films. He's one of those guys who's doing like a film a year, sometimes 2. So this is definitely not the worst one.
And also, I mean, think of how many other films tried to, throw the COVID aspect into their movies and just completely missed the mark. This one actually took it and did something kind of unique and different with it, because it also throws in the I don't want to say the technological device, because
that's
it will turn on.
That's the premise of it. Basically, she works at a company that works on something like like Apple's assistant or Alexa's assistant, or
there you go. Wait.
Said the word.
Way you threw it in there, that was cool, because when I say it, she turns on.
So basically, she's reviewing error reports, and she has to go through and see why this thing caused an error and try to resolve it. Maybe she has to correct a word to make sure that the system is picking up right. But in this case, it witnesses a crime and she sees the recording, and she's trying to backtrack and find out what happened here, and if she should go to authorities, whatever. But I mean, like I said, it was an interesting start.
And just one thing I will say is I thought it was a really cool detail that they threw in, like whenever she put her headphones on, the movie went silent, almost to make us as viewers feel like we had the headphones on as well. I thought that was a really cool extra to throw in there. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just helped add the emphasis.
Yeah, I'll check it out. If I was, other thing, I think it's the last one I got today, is going to be Kanye West documentary. It's premiered today actually on Netflix, part 1. So they're going to be rolling out a different episode each week. So the first part is up and it's called Vision. And I actually saw it last week. For some reason, it was playing part 1 at my local theater, and I went to see that right after I saw Death on the Nile, and I was actually blown away, man. I know one of the things now, people think Kanye's out of control right now, or he's crazy. He's in the news now for kind of being what people perceive to be abusive, stalkerish to Kim Kardashian right now in the middle of the divorce. But this documentary isn't about that. If you're missing, people say I missed the old Kanye. This is going to give you that in spades. And what's interesting about it joins him. One of his pals, I think, is put together by Cory and another guy named Chike, and they've put together this footage of them following him around for the past 20 years. So when we start this documentary, it's right at this point, Kanye is a producer for Rockefeller Records, and he's enjoying really good success, but he has bigger ambitions, So what's interesting about this is, we're following him around, and we're seeing, him in the studio with Jay and Dame Dash and all that, the Rockefeller crew, but clearly he's trying to get his own music off. One of the craziest moments to me was like, we get to see all these cool moments of him playing beats for, hip hop royalty, hip hop legends. But then at the same time, he's going up in Def Jam in the studio, or in the office of Def Jam, playing his music. And maybe one of the people in there was kind of paying attention, and the other one, they're just kind of blowing him off. And I'm like, and you're listening to the music that he's playing them, and I'm like, yo, that's going to be a classic. Like, it's crazy to me. And y'all are just sitting there just like...
They're pretty much just like you're a beat maker, dude. You're just a producer.
Like, I'm distracted. I'm on the phone. Yeah, that's the thing, too. And even, he kind of touches on that, the moment, like, with... He was like, yeah, man, Dame, I feel like Dame... or one of his boys says that, they keep promising to sign him, but I think Dame is just trying to keep him close, so he'll keep making beats for his artists, but eventually he signs him, and things start happening. So what's interesting, though, is you do get these poignant moments of him, and there's this guy that's focused, that's, like I said, he's doing really great. And one of the interesting things in this thing, he says, is like, people will look at my life right now, and they be like, oh, man, you made it. It's like y'all don't know my ambition, where I'm trying to get with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, it's hunger. But one of the most poignant moments for me is we always hear about Donda West, his mom. So at one point in this, he kind of takes a break from everything and goes and visits his mom, and he sits with her. And that's probably the most powerful moment in this thing to me. Dude, I almost shed a tear watching this shit in the theater. Just watching him interacting with his mom and how supportive of him she was. And even to the point, like, why don't you do this one? And she starts rapping some bars from a song that he had, I guess he made. I'm just like you, when you look at that kind of love and the support, she's like an angel sitting there, dude. And you just look at that and you're just like there was no way for this guy to not do something great, right? One way or another. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, if you're missing the old Kanye, it's crazy. There's even moments where he's having conflicts with some of the people he came up with. So we see him kind of hash that out with that person, and he squats it. And like, it's nuts, dude. It puts a humanity on this guy who's become sort of this crazy, larger than life figure, this enigma, this source of frustration for some people. Some people hate him, some people love him. Some people are indifferent. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you can't deny is this guy's talent and his drive, and it comes across here. Like, when I watched this documentary in the theater, dude, I walked out like, ready to take over the world.
It's
like it's
because when you put the trailer up, it's coming. It's saying Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
So it's on Netflix.
It's
also in the theater.
Well, I don't know. Well, here's what happened. So it's definitely was scheduled to come on Netflix, but I think what Netflix did was do a preview.
Okay.
There's 3 parts to this. So, and they're all feature length. So the first part is what I saw in the theater. Part 1 called Vision, and that's where it starts off. So there's going to be 3 parts, and I said this. I did a mini review on our channel for this thing. You know, it's probably like a minute long. Just what I saw from episode 1, and it's like I'm really looking forward to episode 2, but episode 3 is where I'm going to get fearful, because that's when the nonsense starts happening. You know what I'm saying? This maybe
when the volcano erupts.
Maybe by the end of part 2, where we start seeing, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to come up to the Taylor Swift situation and him starting to get those asshole moments in public. But I think part 3 is going to be the one that's going to be really tough to watch, man. But right now, like I said, this thing is beautiful. The first part of this thing is like it's a must watch for me, man. It's one of those documentaries that's not dry. It's well put together, and he's such a polarizing figure, man. It's great to see him at this level, humble but hungry, and still, you know, sort of like asserting himself, man. There's one moment where he's like, all these dudes keep hitting me up. They want free beats and all that. And he's like, and it's like, what if it's like me selling TVs, and I'm supposed to give you a TV because you watch TV the best,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, son. Like, it's full of those kind of moments, man. And I, like I said, man, they've got all the footage, and I think he has co-signing this, because I saw the other day that he actually went to the premiere of this. So I think it was a bone that he threw his buddies in. I think Netflix paid $30 million for this dude.
Wow.
For this footage, man. So his people ate off of this, man. So I'm looking forward to see his career grow.
I'm checking this out. I mean, because not like you said, I mean, not for nothing, all else to the side, no matter how you feel about him, he's interesting.
Yeah,
he is a very interesting individual.
Like it's one of those it's kind of like the Bill Cosby documentary Cornelius was talking about last week. Like, he did that messed up stuff, but if you look at the beginning of it, it's so much great things that the guy did. You can't take that away from him. But also, you got to look at, you know, it's this thing, man. Like we're not all good, we're not all bad. A lot of times we fall somewhere in the middle, man. And this thing is like I said, that first part is going to be good, and I think part 2 is where it's going to get gray. And then I think part 3 is where it's going to get bad. But I definitely enjoyed what I saw, and I would definitely tell you to take the time to watch it, man. It's on Netflix now. On the first part, I actually put it on, the other day, so it's out there. But yeah,
awesome. The last film I got, I stumbled across this one at work on Hulu, and it's a film called Gimme The Loot. And it came out in 2013, and dude, not for nothing, I mean, I was so highly impressed.
You know what? I saw this thing so many times, and I never clicked on it. I'm pretty sure
oh my gosh,
is it like British or something? Or
no, it takes place in New York.
Oh, okay,
yeah. And
why you say that like a New Yorker?
Probably I might be buzzing. I don't know. Pardon my Fosters. But it takes place in New York, and man, this is one of those like indie gems that just come across every now and again.
I'm already feeling the trailer. I'm looking at this.
You see what I'm saying?
They doing graffiti,
dude. So pretty much, our 2 main characters, you know what I'm saying, when their latest, they get up on this wall, and their latest tag, it gets buffed out by a rival crew, and the 2 of them determined to come up with an elaborate plan to try to bomb the I guess the New York Mets. Whenever they hit a home run, they have this apple that comes up, and they want to get up on the apple. Like, dude, everyone's gonna see this, and man, we're gonna, everyone's gonna know who we are. They're gonna see our stuff on TV. Oh man, and the coolest thing about this is there was actually live footage from some show, I guess from the 80s or something, and two graffiti artists were on there, and they were talking about getting up on the New York Mets apple and how dope it would be, and how they tried to do it and they got caught up and then they got jammed up and stuff. And they're like, yo, whoever does that, man, they're going to be famous forever. And this is pretty much just two youngins, just misguided youth. They don't have much going on, and the passion for graffiti, and they're it's just the two of them, and they're just trying to get by, but they want to really make a name for themselves because they're not feeling the love and the respect in their area. And man, I mean, I was fully entertained from beginning to end from this film. And not only is it a cool coming of age film, but the way it's like stylized and the realistic feel that you get from this, like it almost hits like kids, but not as heavy. It's way more lighthearted than that. You know what I mean? But dude, the camera angles and the way they set this atmosphere and this tone throughout this whole film, it was so intriguing, and I was just all the way engulfed. And the characters were so dope. Like, I mean, you get our main two characters. One was played by Ty Hickson, and the young lady who pretty much stole the show. I mean, she put this film on her back. Was her name is Tashina Washington. Just completely killed their roles. But then there's this other guy. I mean, his name in real life, his name is Miko, and in the movie, his name is Champion. But he, just tattoos all on his face and tattoos everywhere. But dude, whenever he was on film, whenever he was on the screen, I was getting belly laughs. I mean, he was just so hilarious, dude. Like, and like the way they built these characters up, like even when they were doing stuff that like might be unsavory or trying to come up with a plan to do something that might not, might be frowned upon by the masses, I was still rooting for them. They were so likable. And, just the dynamic of this film, like, you want to see these folks succeed, man. And the only thing they're really trying to do is just go graffiti the damn, or go get up on the damn apple. And, I mean, it's as simple as this film is, it was so entertaining. I mean, so much to the fact that after I saw it on Hulu, I went and bought the DVD on eBay. I spent money for the DVD because I was like, man, I want to own this, because it was that entertaining. And man, like I said, I strongly suggest. I don't even want to like go into, because when I really enjoy movies, I will tend to be long in the tooth with my delivery, so I'm not going to do that. Anyone who
check it out, dude, because it's weird. It pops up in my, like, I see it somewhere, like maybe several times a year, and I haven't clicked on it yet. I don't know why, but I mean,
it's clocking. I mean, and if you have an hour and 20 something change to spare, check this shit out. I mean, like I said, I was from soon when it starts, I was all the way engaged,
and I think it's presently playing on Hulu.
It is, yeah. It's on Hulu. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, I really, really, really enjoyed this film. And then there are certain aspects of it that might like hit heavier or be more relatable to younger folks, but that doesn't take nothing away from it for me. You know what I mean? Like I was thoroughly entertained with everything that I saw. And I mean, just like I said, it has such a realistic feel to it. It felt like you were just watching these two individuals on a hot summer day go through, the bull crap that life gives you when you don't have, much going on. You know what I mean? Like it hit heavy without having to do too much. You know what I mean? and that's what really pushed this film through for me. And I strongly suggest anyone who has Hulu, check this out. And if you don't have Hulu, get Hulu so you can hula hoop your way into watching this film.
Yeah, so they also got Gully, which I encourage you don't watch that.
Yeah,
that's.
I actually no. I remember that. I skipped through that, and then this one came up.
But they do have Nightmare Alley, and that's a Guillermo del Toro, crime noir film. I didn't like it as much as Corny did, but I still would recommend watching it because Guillermo del Toro is always worth watching. He's one of my favorite directors. So they got some stuff on here, but. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up, B. We're going to get out of here. We're going to catch you guys next week. Oh, TV's been great to me. That's why I haven't been watching as many movies. That Pam and Tommy series was dope. That's also one.
Is that the new Martin?
No, that's Pam and Tommy. See, Pamela Lee, Tommy Lee Jones. Remember it's about the sex tape and all that?
Yeah.
That thing is good, dude.
I'm thinking of Martin. I'm thinking of... Pam and Tommy.
That's the one with Pam and Tommy, yo. No, but it's good, dude. I really love it. It's got Sebastian Stan playing Tommy Lee. He does a good job, and I think it's Angeline Lilly or something, and she plays Pamela Lee.
Barbed Wire.
Also, the joint I've been watching is that new Fresh Prince. I dig it, dog. It's always good.
It's good. Did it drop finally?
Yeah, so they put the first 3 episodes on Peacock. So, it's out there.
Oh, man, me and my daughter got to get through Wentworth. Man, we got like half a season left. Half a season left now. I mean, when we bail on long season shows, go back to it.
I never went back. I ain't never went back to, even though I hear it's good, but I'm just not. It's too far along now. Ozark. I know it's good, but like, on all that.
We gotta get through it, bro.
I
told her, I was like, I'm never signing on for an 8-season show again.
I don't gotta finish nothing. That's what I realized now.
Well,
if I bail on a video game, I'll bail on your series. Long as something else is there and I'm having fun, dude, I don't need to finish it.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I will too. But then she'll look at me sideways. She's like, Daddy, you ain't just bailing on the show. You're bailing on me.
That's good.
I can't have that.
That's the youth, man. They got all the time in the world.
Hey, man, she got me wrapped around her smallest finger. Always will.
But, all right, y'all. Let's close this out, man. It's been catch me at Monkey Blood on Twitter and Instagram. Follow the podcast at From Canopy on Twitter. It's not a podcast. It's a network. It's CM Soak Edition. And you can follow us on Instagram at From The Canopy. And email us FromTheCanopyPod. I'm about to get a new email because I still got pod in it. It's going to be FromTheCanopyNet@gmail.com. That's going to be the new email. But for right now, email FromTheCanopyPod@gmail.
Hey, season the change.
Dang.
Yeah, and this is Bobby Blockbuster, and I don't even feel like giving out my information on this show because I give it out so much, and every time I check this thing, nobody even says anything or does anything.
They don't like us, man. What would they say, like Dre on that Back Down? They not gonna like you. I know
that. So you know what? I'm about to go back to being the socialist network wonder. I'll just jump. But I'm still Bobby Blockbuster, and you can catch me in these streets or at one of my multiple jobs.
I'm cutting your mic off.